Ponce million sul conti, meta mi duala, o duale javita. Woto negativity far away, happiness karo. Wow. Free up your mind and be ready to enjoy.
Sharabai samba, ganyan kusaya jana, sanijayo may jola, tumate dago.
Sharabai samba, ganyan kusaya jana, sanijayo may jola, tumate dago.
Boy bitchy convince.
This melodious people, of course, we can have in the industry. No doubt about that. He has been doing music for some time now, and we all know this goes way back with his brothers, of course, who are now in Senegal, and he is doing a solo career now, of course. And 2 years back, of course, he launched his debut album that he called I Am Barhama, which actually means peace, if I'm right. Yes. That was launched 2 years back at QCD, and the album was out last year officially on all digital platforms. Of course, they have been making waves. The numbers are actually doing extremely well online. Of course, we all know why we are here. We call on the press because we're from Ramadan, and we cannot grant interview to each and every media house. So that's the reason we said, why not call the press? Tell them about this classic event that is, of course, the classic itself. So that's the reason why we're here. And of course, to open the press conference, I would give the baton to Barhama to give a rundown of the classics, the event itself, where it started, the motive behind it, the main team behind it, of course. So let's hear it from the host mouth, Barhama.
So much for being around. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to welcome each and everyone for taking your precious time and then attending this beautiful press conference. Okay, Barhama and Mariama. For those that have never heard of us or seen us before, we are from the same mom and dad, meaning like Mariama is my sister. Barhama, I have been doing music for quite a while, together with my group, which was Kirgi Family. They were my cousins. So we built a group called the Kirgi Family. And then through the Kirgi Family, we initiated something called the Classic. And at the initial point, the idea was, everybody have been doing a show. Most of the time because they are launching an album or an EP or whatsoever. So we decided that we want to launch an event, a show that's going to happen annually. But the aim of this event is for an event that is totally different from the regular events that have been happening. So the first concept of the classic was Guest to Dimmer, trying to revive how Gambia yesterday was, because Gambia is a beautiful country that everyone knows. But sometimes this current generation didn't have much knowledge about how yesterday was. And in life, it's always good to remember how things were so that you will have a better understanding of how to build yourself tomorrow. So being under the leadership of that Usujai Senior, may his soul rest in perfect peace, he has told us a lot about how Gambia yesterday was. Taking it back to Super Eagles. Gambia was the hotspot for music. You understand? Super Eagles were touring all over, not just Gambia, but they've toured around Senegal, West Africa, and then wherever they went with their music, they amazed everybody. You understand? So, but that knowledge, that story of Super Eagles and how great their music was, the young people, the young cats, young musicians, we don't know anything about those things. So we decided to bring the classic to remind the young generation about the music of yesterday and how they are connected to our today's vibe. Not just listening to the melodies, but also to the lyrics and also to the teachings of the music that Super Eagles, Gelawar, the list goes on, what they have been doing. So we have done that for quite a while together with KG family. Then since my brothers relocate to Senegal, I've been here doing my thing for a while. But last year, I have this in mind together with my sisters that, okay, Mariama has been doing her thing for a while too. So now, what we want is, I want to bring myself and Mariam on this same stage because Mariam have been grinding on the low, trying to develop herself to be more of an artist that can represent Gambia in every aspect. So along the way, she has been working with Musa. They have been doing a lot. But I realized that everything Mariam has been working on when it comes to being an artist, being, a role model, being somebody that the young people can learn from, everything is ready. Now it's time for the world to see the thing that Mariama has. And in order to do this well, I cannot do it in a small concert. I cannot do it in any kind of a concert. I have to bring her together with me, together with the team. We initiate something that is different. So the classic that used to happen, we bring it back, but it's the rebirth of the classic again. So classic dafa juduwat in grand style, because this time round is a brother and a sister doing it. And then looking at that, you can see the gender balance, what they can do this thing. So we've been thinking together, we've been talking together as a group to understand what to give out. Because when you go to most of Gambian shows, it's obvious that you see the same thing. We are here to entertain, bam, 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 it's finished. Up to an extent that most of our elderly people, most of our well-respected people, they can go to our concerts because the nature of the way we structure things, from the musical thing, from the arrangement to the setting and things like that. So we were like, why should it be that, ne? The only time our mothers, our grandparents knew them to a show is when Yusuf is around, is when Wali Seka is around, is when Sidi Job is around. While we have what it takes to take that step to bring them out, to celebrate with them. We can do it as Gambians. So this classic, that's the idea. So this year's classic, the theme is made in the Gambia. Made in the Gambia in different sense, in so many senses. There are so many beautiful stories in this Gambia that we live in. There are so many amazing people in this Gambia, from artists to entrepreneurs, to scientists, to journalists, to so many things. The list goes on. But when are we gonna start celebrating what belongs to us? The word of people used to say that, loving myself has nothing to do with hating you, but self-love, self-realization, certain things, it's really important, because before you love others, you have to love yourself. Man, personally, I always look good, not just to impress people, but I want to impress myself first. So in this music that we are into, and in every walk of life out there, as Gambians, we have to recognize what does made in the Gambia mean. So, classic, it's going to be that event, whereby through our music, through the music that have been done by, the legends, like Dr. Sunjay Sinor, like Maudosi, like Jaliba Kuyates, what have they taught us about Gambia and Gambians? And I believe that's what we need as young people, to remind each other about being patriotic, to remind each other about what it means to love your nation, And then loving your nation has nothing to do with involving in this or that and that. When you love your nation, you stand for your nation. You stand for the development of your people. You stand for the development of your peers. And then you stand for development in every aspect. And I believe music have a very, 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 very important role to play in that. And sometimes we as musicians, we tend to forget our real mission, Most of us have been concentrating much about entertainment, which is very good. But I believe it's always good to entertain and educate rather than just thinking of entertainment, because we have a role to play in society, you see. So this classic, of course, it's gonna be entertaining, because that's what we do, you know. The melody voice will always entertain, of course, but the educative part also will be really part of this classic, you know. So the classic is gonna be divided into 3 segments. The first segment, which is the most important part, is going to be the concept itself, the production, which is made in the Gambia. Then made in the Gambia segment, we'll be performing different songs, not our own songs. We'll be performing songs from legendary Gambians, fused with poetry, you understand, and give the people a taste of what made in the Gambia means from our musical side, from the poetry aspect. So it's going to be a night that you don't want to miss. The second part, it's going to be reviving, taking people back to the songs that belong to us. Culture is our civilization, you understand? So sometimes we have to bring back the songs that we used to sing during our childhood days and fuse it with this current generation to make them understand how beautiful those songs are. How beautiful we can take it and then turn it to another level, and then it can be exported anywhere around the world, because it's what you know, it's ours. The third part is gonna be us, Barhama, Mariama, our songs that people know. Free up your mind and be ready to enjoy, you know, Kuba Bekela, and then so many other songs that we will celebrate together. So basically, classic is gonna be centered on those aspects, you know, and I believe it's really necessary to call the media, talk to them, and then give them an insight of what exactly we want to do. You understand? So it will be a pleasure to have everybody there, because we are launching something that I believe, as time goes on, every year, you know, it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. Because this year I was like, after setting Pension Hall already, some people were calling me and then telling me, why didn't you do it here? I believe even the management of Tamala, they were asking me, yo, it's classic. It should have been in Tamala, you know. So get ready from this one. The upcoming classic is gonna be different. You know, we might be seeing it going to different places because we want it to grow. But we can grow alone. We can grow without the media. To be honest, everything that Barhama and Mariama is doing is been appreciated because of you guys. It's been appreciated because of you guys have been talking about it. You guys have been praising it. So to be honest, you know, just to take this precious time to say we really appreciate your presence, you know, and then that's what I have for a start. And I'm
everybody. Take this opportunity to thank everybody that you know, took their time, precious time to be here with us today. It really means a lot. And to everybody, the whole media house in the Gambia that, you know, came in this press conference, it's really appreciated. Like Barhama just mentioned, Mariama has been a brand that has been working over the years, studied music, played keyboard, but then luckily I miraculously met with Sasuso, who's a choral player, and then we bonded so well. So over the years we've been playing in different places, different hotels around the Gambia, and at the same time trying to perfect this craft, because we believe we have something to offer to the Gambian audience, but to the world at large, something that could be exported outside Gambia. So it's been a while we've been working, and then we realized that it has to go out, and then this concept of classic came in. So it's going to be a platform that we are going to just showcase ourselves 100%, because I believe it's time for the world to just see what we have to offer. But then I just want to say this about classic. Classic, it's going to be different with any other concerts that you've ever witnessed in the Gambia, because it has to deal with class and quality. Yeah. We've spent like most of our time trying to perfect this craft that we want to propose to the Gambians and to propose to the world. And then it's a product that anybody, despite your country, despite your background, despite whatever, you will buy. It's a product that we cooked for so long. We patiently sat and did this. So I believe everybody is going to love it. I'm certain with that. And then the concert is going to be in 3 days. Like, we're celebrating Gambia in 3 days. Gambia yesterday, Gambia today, and Gambia tomorrow. Because Gambia yesterday, few of us know, but we had people that left some legacies that we need to learn from it. And music is one of those. The late Musango, Super Eagles, Lion that just passed away not long ago. So these people have represented Gambia beyond borders, and that need to be celebrated for the generation to come after. So we have a lot of things to offer. And the Gambia today is something that people need to be inspired from the yesterday, and in order to move on, like, into today's life and generation. And the Gambia tomorrow is what we are working on, because we're just not doing music as music, but we're doing music at the same time to inspire, to advocate, to try and send messages, contents that people can relate to, contents that are going to live here for the next 6 generations to come after us. So these are all things that we are keenly so much deep into it, and we've made so much research about it. And then we feel like we have a lot to offer to the Gambian audience and to the world at large. The Gambian music is growing, yes, but it's a bit dormant when you look at the statistic and how artists from other countries are showcased in the biggest stage around the world, in festivals and some bigger stage. You can see just few faces, or even no face from Gambia. So we have what it takes to go there. The talent is here. But what we need to understand is we just need to brand ourselves. And branding Gambian music is not difficult. The only way to brand ourselves is to use our culture. That's our identity. We have so much that the world is celebrating now, and it's from Gambia. The Kora is from the Gambia, no doubt. So few of us knows about that. And then if you go to Mali, they will tell you they own the Kora now. You go to Guinea-Bissau, they own the Kora now. Even in Senegal, they own the Kora now. So it's ours, and then we have to accept it. Our culture is our civilization, and it's the only thing that can give us that authentic look, and I think that's the brand. And coming to the classic, you will not regret being there, because it's going to be a show of its own. It's going to be spectacular, no doubt. And then we are trying to bring the impossible to be possible, not just in a concert that you just walk to the stage and do whatever you want to do. But then we are going to put some great production that has to do with poetry, music, and so on inside the concert. So it's going to be remarkable. And I believe if somebody anywhere has to miss this classic, the next day, on Sunday, you're just going to cry on to somebody and say, had I not known. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I think...
Here, okay, you can come here.
That's the center of. That's the same.
Good afternoon once again. My name is Musa Suso, a choir player, and then assist brother to Mariama and Barhama. I will not do justice to myself if I didn't say anything to this gathering. Although they have said everything, but I just want to add a few points to what they said. Alhamdulillah, we have been working very hard towards this day, or towards this upcoming event, which is the classic. It's never easy to us because it was a long journey and very hard. And you know, as you all know, program is never easy in Gambia to organize or to host. And then we have been through we have been in a difficult time by taking things in a way that we wanted. But thanks to Almighty that everything is okay. And then this classic is something which Gambian don't know about. I think the word classic, if you know what those classics means, you understand what we are trying to bring. It's not going to be something that you people know, because Gambia, we all believe in one thing. When we say concert or show or a gig, we all have to come with our shoes, and then dance with music and then go home. But this one is a different thing. This classic is like we're trying to bring everybody on board, both our parents, children, and our age group as well, so that they can all come and learn and also enjoy themselves. This classic is gonna be something else, to be honest. I'm inviting all my friends and family and all the people around the globe, our fans, especially the one in diaspora. They always call us and then encourage us in what we are doing. It's never easy, but alhamdulillah. So this classic is something that we are cooking. I can say the food is already ready. It's ready to serve on Saturday. So I'm not going to tell you all of what we are doing, but I'll just try to tell you a few things that we have been doing through last 3 months. We have been doing a lot. First, to roll the concept of the program, and then getting all the musicians that we need, and then going to places, rehearsing, and then creating our own stuff. Although it's about Gambia, because the team is made in Gambia. Although we're going to bring Gambian music, and then which is very important because our culture is who we are, and inshallah we will do our best. We'll try to uplift the culture, because we all know that our culture is dying, and we don't want that to happen. The kora and the voice is something that is very something that we own, and then inshallah on the day we're all gonna enjoy it, and then we're all gonna learn. It's gonna be a classroom, which everybody here will learn and then enjoy yourself. So the band and then the organizing committee and the fan base, we did our assignments, our rehearsal and everything. We are all set to massacre the stage on Saturday, inshallah. So don't try to miss it. If you miss it, you'll regret. It's a history that we are about to set, and it's going to happen annually. This is not an event that will just happen once and then we bring another event or bring another name. This classic is going to remain. It's going to be like an annual event. So get ready for this every year, and then every year it will be different setup and different styles. Inshallah, you're all going to enjoy it. I thank you all.
Yes, thank you so much. I think we had enough.
Right now, anything that has to do with security is already been sorted out. It's already been sorted out. New time, I am Barhama at QCD. Bokan one of the events in the more than secure any other event. You understand? That because I'm not putting you over in I brought number tankale. But you say Boba, you don't know how secure the event is. So we can say a lot. That inside already right now as I'm talking to you, team we job and security we every people that they is and you get them gonna check so when it comes to security, because it's already been sorted out. That's one thing. Most of us are musicians in Gambia. We always Gambia lang liggéeyal. It's hard to say, but Gambia lang liggéeyal. So Gambia, you're okay, why not? Most of us that are in the Gambia here, musicians, we are so sided. Whenever we doing something about music, we consider just the Gambia. While music is beyond that. Music is beyond that because sometimes, nobody knows who's listening. He might be from another place. He might be somebody that never knows what you're doing or even the language that you're singing. But when it is right, whosoever listens to it, we connect with it in every aspect. So I believe most of us are Gambians that have the chance to travel before. We had the chance through people that are in the Gambia. So we are there to entertain the Gambian crowd. But there is a bigger crowd more than just the Gambia. You understand? A crowd, that love music for music. And they understand what it is. And they understand who is good and how it's done. That's one. And talking about the A and the B's, I think it's always good to have a knowledge of what you're doing. One, music, sometimes you might not even learn music or understand the A's and B's in order to make it. Because music has something to do with ears. I'm digging Buba. But it's always good to have a knowledge of what you do. Lulu dafa am feeling from the different from any other individuals, So I believe that's part of it. What Mariama will,
Yeah, Mams. Your question, huh? The problem is quality. Yeah.
Quality in music?
In music. Sana Jabata is starting out across the globe with her band. Yeah, Yusunu is starting with her band. So it has to do with what can you offer. You cannot export what we've already imported. You understand? So there is a level of authenticity, and then we have to appreciate what we have. And then one of the problems that I believe we have is like, then they tell us to go for star with their coach. Then they say, Mariama, stanga. So you went in that star life, you feel not from a tonga. And then you go to a certain level whereby you are open to certain opportunities because of your fame, but then your talent cannot get you through that. So what you have to do is like, so now to Janga, that's the end of you, and then you cannot go in front of it. So that's the end of you. But I urge anybody that wants to do music, any young person out there, music, let us take time, patience,
perfect our craft.
Yeah, perfect our craft. I remember Ibrahim Cisse, that was 8 years back. I mean, this is something that he always tells me. Mariam, you have a lot to offer, but be patient. Today is the day I just understand that word patience. Yeah, it's healing, man. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so just to add on that, the patient aspect of it, I believe during the early days of Mariama, she was that hungry to make things. Sometimes she would record a song, play it for me, and then I would like, yo, beep out. Everything that she brought, I would be like, beep out. Sometimes she would cry and be like, what's wrong with you? Sometimes this and this. But those moments, it was really crazy for me to explain something that she would understand. You understand? I was like, a day will come, you will thank me for saying this be bow. Because I didn't have the opportunity for somebody to be behind me telling me the wrongs that I'm doing. You see? But I believe just last year, with everything that Mariama is doing, just last year, to be honest, to be honest, right now I can say that anywhere you are, I don't need to worry in any aspect. Musically, here, which is very important, and other things, you see? Silako and to be honest, right now you are ready to, and then I believe you can represent Gambia in every aspect. So I believe quality is something that is lacking, and it's very important for us to consider those things.
Yes, time again, talk. Time again, talk. Thank you, everybody, but we cannot close a press conference without their voice, not so?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
No, you guys are not sure. Let me close the press conference and we wrap up, we go.
Hey, Mama,
Yes, let's do that. I think it's a culture. Anytime we host a press conference, he will do something. So today they will do something together. Then from right there, we wrap up, we go home. Saturday we meet where? Penchamin. Kan mooy door boy, gaa ngeen debate boy.
Well, guess what? You know what's about to happen.
It's a leak of
So today,
El Clasico.
yeah, we call it El Clasico because Mariama suñu 3 days dama dee bëgg a defal bagage. So on the day of the show, she was like, "Say ba nga pare." Dala yóbbu fi nga xam ne. So man, I'm not gonna say much, but
Ana jigéen.
no, do affaire jigéen ñi. Dama bàyyi suñu, you know. Fii nii jigéen ñi suma xarit lañ man. So
Dañ ko balance. Ah, yéen.
ñu dem fan yóbbu demal ma dem.
Cuba de kelale fa Cuba sike. Cuba de kelale nyanso. Cuba de kelale fa Cuba sike. Cuba de kelale luole velola luba de velola nyanso le luba de velola luole velola luba de velola nyanso le.
Wow.
Ponce Milliam sul conti, meta mi duala, duala javita. Would you negativity far away? Happiness karo.
Wow.
Free up your mind and be ready to enjoy.
Charabai samba ganyak saya jana sanijayo mai dola tumate dagawa.
Charabai samba ganyak saya jana sanijayo mai dolar dumate dago.
Boy bichi konbina no saypa dola sugude kaliayam gudi ponse la dere.
Jangan bici kombi, nelusian badola, sudah kerja yang gede, sobi lagi anye.